celebration and Girl Scout Sunday interfaith service. My name is Marcella Palacios-DelMundo, and I will be your MC today. I am a Girl Scout cadet and started Girl Scouting as a daisy when I was a kindergartner. I've earned my junior bonds award for my troop and Catholic religious awards and my promise my faith in previous years. Thank you for coming to our Girl Scout Sunday celebration, the first day of Girl Scout Week. Girl Scout Week celebrates the birthday of Girl Scouting when Juliette Low registered the organization's first 18 girl members on March 12, 1912. One of the required activities at the time was to learn about other faiths, and we continue that tradition today. The purpose of Girl Scout Sunday is to give us all the opportunity to reflect upon the importance of the words to serve God and the Girl Scout promise. Juliette Palacios-DelMundo, my mom and religious recognition advisor of the San Francisco Service Unit of the Girl Scouts of Northern California, will give them welcome.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Girl Scout Sunday, and kicking off Girl Scout Week to celebrate our Girl Scouts. I am Juliette Palacios-DelMundo, and I was born and raised here in San Francisco, and a religious rewards advisor for the San Francisco Service Unit. I am also the San Francisco Archdiocese Unit Catholic Committee on Scouting. I first became a Girl Scout as an adult. As troop leader, I learned all Girl Scout traditions, songs, and activities alongside of my Girl Scouts. In my journey, I discovered that faith and Girl Scouting are aligned in many ways, and I wasn't surprised learning that Scouting has its basis in faith. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today for this special event.
Hi everybody, I'm Mochizuki, and I am a Girl Scout. I am a Girl Scout Service Unit team in San Francisco, but today I'm here on behalf of the Interfaith Center. This service is the 8th Girl Scout Sunday service that we have had here at the Interfaith Chapel. Last year, I shared with you about how a Girl Scout connection helped when I asked for approval to have our Girl Scout Sunday services here. This year, I found out about yet another Girl Scout connection. One of our board members, Dion Nielsen Price, is a renowned pianist, composer, and educator. She's famous, and she was recently written up in the New York Times as being the Tom Brady of composers. If any of you know who Tom Brady is, he's a very old, at 45 years old, quarterback. She is an 88-year young powerhouse who continues to perform and record and compose. When I invited all of the other board members to this service, Dion sent me an email. She lives in Arroyo Grande, so she couldn't be here. Hi, Tara. I wish you well on your Girl Scout Sunday service. Just for fun, I have attached 2 photos from my own Girl Scout camp in Idlewild, California in 1944, when I was 10 years old. I'm the middle girl with the Braves. The other photo shows the troop marching to the Sunday service, where I sang a solo called Teach Me to Pray. I also remember singing as soloist the Star-Spangled Banner and God Bless America when the flag was raised and lowered. I'm so glad that your girls are having this great experience. Dion. This is just another example about how Girl Scouting can help you make friends and forge alliances. Be proud that you are a Girl Scout. Girl Scouting will help you make fantastic friends. Who would have known that I would be a friend with a world-famous composer one day, who was also a Girl Scout? On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Interfaith Center at the Presidio, I welcome you to our beautiful chapel. The mission of the Interfaith Center is to welcome, serve, and celebrate the diverse spiritual wisdom and faith traditions in the San Francisco Bay Area. I can think of no better way that we can serve our mission than to join with Girl Scouting in sponsoring this most meaningful service. Thank you very much.
I chose a reading from the Talmud called Pirkei Avot. This translates to the wisdom of our ancestors. The Hebrew of this is Lo alecha hamilcha ligmor, velo ata ben horim, livatel mimena. My interpretation of this is that as long as each Girl Scout does her part in making the world a better place, all together we can make a change. For example, our Girl Scout troop did an electronic waste drive, and we collected electronic waste from all of our communities and neighborhoods, and then we properly dispose of them at an electronic waste collector. If we all make one improvement towards the world, little by little, over time, we can make the world a better place.
Good afternoon. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they should be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Thank you.
Our pledge. I will share a warm smile and speak gentle words, just like the kind Buddha. Not becoming lost in my greed, anger, and ignorance, I shall think and act with an open mind, just like the calm and peaceful Buddha. Not putting myself first, I shall share in the joy and sadness of others, just like the compassionate Buddha. Realizing the gift I have received, I shall strive to live each day to its fullest.
Now is the time to honor those who have earned Girl Scout recognition. Faith-based programs have been a part of the Girl Scout tradition from the beginning and remain a cornerstone of the Girl Scout program. Everything in Girl Scouting is based on the Girl Scout Promise and Law, which includes many of the principles and values common to most faiths. So while Girl Scouts is a secular organization, it encourages girls to take spiritual journeys and to learn about their own and other faiths. This year, we are recognizing the following girls who have earned the My Promise, My Faith pin. The My Promise, My Faith program is sponsored by GSUSA and invites girls to experience a faith journey through exploration of the Girl Scout law and teachings from their faith. Please come up and your name is called. Violet Cole-Farrell. Sofia Levine.
Marcella Palacios-DelMundo.
Helena Serrano. Invited guests from one particular faith to address us. We have had sermons, homilies, trash and dharma talks. This year we welcome former Girl Scout leader Dorothy Praeger. For over 50 years, Dorothy Praeger has been active in Girl Scouts as a Girl Scout leader, San Francisco Unit Publicity Chair, council member, and numerous Girl Scout committees, to name a few. Please join me in welcoming Dorothy Praeger.
Thank you very much for inviting me to this very special occasion. I have been Girl Scout leader for many years, but only one girl in all my troop ever received this award. And unfortunately, at that time, there was no citywide gathering. In all my meetings, I began with a flag salute. It was usually a new thing for most of the girls, and those first flag salutes were rather rocky. But after 2 months, they learned the procedures and took over the flag salute. As the year progressed, they said the promise and the pledge faster and faster and faster. And I realized that they were thinking about the lovely snacks that were on the table and the activities that they were going to enjoy. I took a course in the teaching company with Father Kaminsky, and he is a professor at Fordham University. He encouraged his students, when reciting something memorable, to pause at the end of each phrase, and you will then think about what you're saying and take what you have said into your heart. The laws and promises have been revised 3 times since they were first written in 1912. There is a site on the internet that explains how this is done, and it emphasizes certain words in the law and promises: God, country, friendship, and health. My faith, my promise, my faith, O Lord, emphasizes God, and I congratulate you girls that received it. The first Girl Scout promise said, I will try to honor God, my country, and my faith. I will do my duty to my country, to help other people at all times, and to obey the Girl Scout laws. In 1920, the Girl Scout law was revived. The laws and promise were revived, but there was no change in the promise. In 1971, I will try to do my duty to God was changed to I will try to serve God. In 1996, there was no further change in the first 3 phrases, but to help people at all times was added to the promise. I'd like to talk about some of the important words in all of those promises and laws, and the first one would be country. In his first inaugural address, President Kennedy said, "Don't ask what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Good advice. But if you are an elementary school girl, doing for your country is hard. You may put flags on parades on Memorial Day and walk to a parade, but finding a big project is difficult. You have in your life something that will help you serve your country. You have a brain, and on your own, you can read about history, geography, and government in your country. Your brain is like a sponge and will take up all that information just as a sponge takes up a puddle of water on the kitchen sink. There are 10 Girl Scout laws. You might ask why. No reason was given that I know of. 10 is a very important number in mathematics, and there are 10 commandments in the Bible. And so it's maybe just seemed right at that time to have 10 Girl Scout laws. The laws in the 1912 version were stated forcefully. A Girl Scout's honor will be trusted. A Girl Scout is loyal. The Girl Scout's duty is to be useful to help others. The Girl Scout is a friend to all and a sister to every other Girl Scout, no matter to what social class she may belong. A Girl Scout is courteous. A Girl Scout keeps herself pure. A Girl Scout is a friend to animals. A Girl Scout obeys orders. A Girl Scout is cheerful, and a Girl Scout is thrifty. In the 1920 version of the laws, no matter to what social class a girl may belong was dropped. Pure became a Girl Scout as clean in thought, word, and deed. In 1972, the law kind to animals was dropped, and clean thoughts became dropped again. In summary, I think the promising laws as they are written and recited today is the best version. It contains all the main ideas of the previous versions and is easily understood and remembered. Friendship and sisterhood are key ideas in Girl Scout law. Frequently, in a classroom or a troop, a girl is left out. It is necessary to help girls understand how to make a friend. There was an article in the Epic Times reviewing a program on CBS Sunday morning on friendship. The Harvard study they quoted said that the first step in friendship is generosity. When we think of generosity, we think of giving perhaps a special gift or money. But generosity in this situation is generosity of spirit. It is saying hello, giving a smile, adding a compliment, making another girl feel welcome. This is the first step in friendship, and according to the study, takes 100 hours. The next step in friendship is shared activity. You can invite a girl to be a Girl Scout or participate in other hobby that you share. The study said this takes 200 hours. After this, you evaluate this relationship. If your person is loyal, kind, and sharing things with you, you are on the way to having a best friend. The last frequently used word is to, in the laws, is to help. I want to close with a story that James Patterson frequently uses when he is asked to speak at a charity dinner. Patterson is one of the most published authors in the United States today, and he is a master at telling stories, and I will read his help story exactly as he wrote it in his autobiography. The San Francisco Chronicle carried a front-page article about a female humpback whale who had gotten herself tangled in a web of fishing lines and crab traps about 26 miles from the Golden Gate. The whale was trying to pull hundreds of pounds of traps and ropes out to sea. It was clear that she was not going to make it. A team of rescuers arrived. The prognosis was obvious as it was heartbreaking. There was talk about putting the whale down. Finally, it was decided that the only way to save the whale was for all of the rescuers to get in the water and try to untangle the ropes and traps. This was definitely a Hail Mary. The response team worked for a full half day, using curved knives and their bare hands. News helicopters began to show up and circle overhead. Finally, close to nightfall, the volunteers worked a miracle. They beat the odds. They had freed the whale. What happened next, that shocked everyone there, was to these tired men and women. When it was free, it swam joyously round and round the rescuers. And the whale went to each rescuer and gently nudged or pushed her. Did the whale say thank you? Perhaps. Several of the volunteers wept and later said it was the most incredibly beautiful experience in their lives. They said they would never be the same after this experience. I say to the girls, take the law and promise to your heart. You too will have incredibly beautiful experiences that will enrich your life forever. Thank you.